I'm back. I feel in my power. I feel very full. And I'm back into this desire to share. It's not even a desire. It's a must. The overflow is so much. The field is so wide that I have to share this. It's almost uncomfortable to be in this space just by myself. And so I'm inviting you into this field with me. We are truly in a new space. And it's odd at the same time. It's very familiar. It's what we know. But it's new to the body. It's new to the mind. It's new to our emotions. And so even though this aspect, it's like, this cannot be any more you than this. There's still this practice, right? There's the being with it and the soaking it up in the physical of this this. And so as you find your space in the external, maybe you want to lie down, maybe you want to sit up. I also want you to find that space within you. Feel the adjustments, maybe in the hips, the lower back, shoulders, the neck. And enter this field with me. As you do that, as you become comfortable into the familiar, I want to pick some cards for us. I want to put some words. I want to put some articulation. Because it's like, it's like art. It's like finding the rhythm in the stillness. So let's see what shows up. The universe is amazing. We have the Ace of Cups, followed by the Devil. And the Devil is this temptation. And it's, yeah, I've never experienced the Devil like this, but it's, it's this sensual pleasure. It's almost saying, this love is so divine and deep that it feels addictive. And at the same time, I feel like sometimes we have a resistance to the devil, right? And in this space that we are in, everything has its place, its role, its meaning, and all of it is serving the all, the one. If we know it or not, if we are in recognition of it or not, everything is meaningful in service to the one. And this polarity, we think there is a polarity here. We think we're still struggling to unify. We think we're still having something to do. And these cards are saying, it's all in the one. The judgment has dissolved. Dancing with the devil is beautiful because, and it is so fun and playful because there is no power over you any longer. You can now dance with the devil if you want. You can play with the devil if you want. You can do whatever in this freedom and in this unconditional love because you're free. And this is why I needed the articulation. I needed the mind awe, right? That I could have not spoken this if the card, because it's so grand, right? There's just this energy of what is, and I need these symbols to elevate my mind, right, into a state of using words which are limiting to get myself. It's like my new porn, really. And it is. It's like, why do I even need that? I don't know. But that's why I need porn. It's addictive. And this is it for me now. So here we are in this space. And I'm moving away from my little world back into this field that I was in before. And I'm starting to sense you. And what's really, really beautiful now, before when I would connect to collective, the people were so close. They were always one next to each other. Maybe the field was smaller, I don't know. But now there's so much space between you. And it just keeps going. And the vastness, that is just all of us okay with sharing the space and needing all the space between us, because it's almost like we don't need the closeness. We are so comfortable in our aloneness, in our individuality, and in our own source of love. The love is truly unconditional. We can source it. We have the wisdom, the know-how to access it, to be with it. And so this proximity is no longer needed. The proximity and the intimacy, the yeah, this I mean, the intimacy is so physical without it being, the arousal is so physical, right? But it is so pure. And in this space, I want to remind us to not abandon our physical vessel. Make sure that you are fully in your senses. You are feeling physically the space that you are in. This love, maybe shift that attention into the physical cell and make sure the alchemy is happening within that cell. The body is part of this experience. The body is feeling the arousal of that love. And allow that love to move in your body. You don't have to bring the energy through the chakras. You don't have to push, pull. You are truly the observer of the intelligence of this transfer that is happening between your awareness and your physical mechanism. Now it's interesting, it's this hue that it's coming, but it's being shared. It's traveling through all our bodies. It's like this hue, it's like pollinating us. Same hue, this golden shimmer. And I'm hearing tones. It's like we're creating our own music. And so the senses are quite engaged. And you can give it an intention, especially if you're working on healing your body. You're working on a project, maybe to elevate your finances or a relocation, relationships, any of that stuff. But you don't have to, because you are so grand, you are so wise, you are so connected to the intelligence throughout yourself. And so everything is already knowing of everything else. So when you're in this space, you can kind of chuckle at the idea of setting an intention, right? Because it's like, who is informing who? Is there a separation? No, there is no separation. So this communication is funny. There's just interconnectivity at the most luxurious level. The ease is, normal, is what is. There's just this undulation of energy flowing. And this is reality. It does absolutely not feel like a meditation. It's just an experience of this new space that, whatever, we might have co created, we might have worked to get here, blah, blah, blah. I just know that this is a reality the body, yeah, the body still needs to sort of be introduced to. But even there is no more resistance. It's more of an educational practice. This is this flow. This is the other flow. This is this frequency. And it's just simply allowing the body to be introduced to it. Hello, frequency. I am the body. To the mind feels unreal because it's so good. Yet there's so much wisdom and knowing of how real this is. Yes, there is also this joy. It's like, when you have two people in two different worlds and you love both of them and you can't wait for them to meet and for your worlds to meet, and you know that they will like each other, and you don't have to spend time just with this friend and spend time with just with this friend. You can bring them together and have, like, you know an exponential amount of fun because everybody complements each other, right? And they build on each other and they joke on each other. It's kind of like this. It's like the very physical part of you is meeting this other reality that before you went there periodically, right? That was your practice. You were, whatever, remembering. But now they're meeting and there's a giggle, right? It's this, oh my God, they're finally meeting. They're finally getting to experience each other. And not that you haven't before. You did. But it's like before you were introducing them and you were connecting them as separate. And now I don't know how, it's like you're still introducing them, but not as separate. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the inner child is the common denominator here. And it's like you had an experience within, whatever, outside of the body, and you experienced your inner child through that. And then you had your body and you experienced your inner child through the body. And now you are the observer as the inner child, and the inner child is both. Something like that. I don't even know. I hope you're feeling this. You're feeling, even the feeling. It's like you're feeling in the body, you're feeling in the mind, and then you're feeling with the knowing, right? Like same with the sound. It's like I don't hear with my ears, but I know there are these sounds. And to me, if I have to use words, this can be the practice for us to practice this new reality this new world where all the resources are within. Wow. I'm feeling my own body. The energy coming off my own body. And these resources are never ending. They're never depleting. There's nothing you can do to deplete yourself of these resources. And that's really how we end. Lower conflicts. And I say lower conflicts because now, as our ego progresses through the densities, there'll still be conflict. But see, I see the conflict as the number 5, right? The 5 of swords, 5 of whatever, wands, 5 of pentacles. Yeah, 5, disappointment, right? And the 5 of cups, all the 5s. So we have to understand that the 5 is like the movement of the wheel. The conflict is necessary for things to be placed into acceleration. Without that mechanism, we cannot progress to the 6. But that mechanism is now changing. So the word conflict is changing from having, physical arguments, war, physical violence. And I don't know how this new conflict will look. Certainly, we would not view it as a misfortune, right? That connotation, that judgment is obsolete. But I believe, maybe my belief is creating it. I just know there is change. There's movement. And I just saw Jesus. And it's so interesting. I don't necessarily work with Jesus so much. I feel like he's coming as the symbol of sacrifice. This idea that we somehow have to sacrifice something to gain something else or to liberate ourselves. We have to sacrifice our ego, our attachments, whatever, everything they were holding on to. And in this space, that idea is obsolete. Alchemy, the formula for alchemy is different. It's like, originally we started from something and we added energy and we alchemized that something into something else. And now that formula is like you're taking nothing and you're adding your desire, you're adding your, uh, not curiosity, you're like, spark. I literally just see this star and it's hard to define what it is that you're adding. It's like your signature, which is a combination of desire, maybe curiosity, but it's like play. It's like I, I want to create. It's like it's no thought. There's no pre-planning. There's just a spontaneous this. And that's what it is. This is the new alchemy. I mean, I was gonna say I can stay in this all day. I mean, it's so funny. The things that make up. I will stay in this all day. I think my challenge for today is I'm going to try to get out of this. Can I get out of this? This is my new play. I do have to end the video now or soon, but I want to extend this challenge to you. The challenge is no longer to stay in this reality, but see if you can break out of this. And take your time. This energy is it's very sneaky. I no longer get high anymore. I used to get into the states where I could feel that I'm elevated. And so I would have to ground to get back into my body. Now that is no longer the case. I can no longer become ungrounded. I am the planet. The body is the planet. I cannot be ungrounded. And with that, I don't go somewhere else. So I don't experience the high when I'm done with the meditation. I think I'm done. So I already fell twice, pretty bad. I have scars now. There's always blood involved. And so I learned from that I need some time for the body to fully be in my senses before I even get up. And when I get up, I take few steps, at least to get the blood flowing in a different way. Maybe I bring my knees into my chest and stretch out and really feel like I have the confidence, especially to move up or down steps. That's how I felt the second time. Um, so please take your time. You think you have not traveled far out, you might be surprised. But I'm just so honored. I was gonna say, I'm sending you all my love. Ah, you can't even say that. Like, what possibly can I be sending you that you don't already have? It's already so in you. So I would just say, I'm so thankful. I'm so honored to be sharing this space with you. And I will see you around. Thank you so much.